p.m. 2709 Southwest 27th Avenue, just behind Best Buy.
Midday with Joe.
Oh, well, color me. I miss one day and I get my own music. All right, I don't miss another day. Maybe I'll get money. You too can sponsor this scintillating, sanitizing, safe. Oh, well, I don't know about safe. But Midday with Joe.
Sanitize.
It is safe.
We'll
All right.
put you on our hands. There we go. You're in good hands with Joe.
So today our topic is a fun topic.
We're talking about Disney.
Field trips. You could be Disney.
Yeah, well, Disney's
Take a
expensive.
Field trip.
An expensive field trip there, don't you know? Yes. I like going to expensive ones, don't you?
So how you doing, Joe?
Ah, pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah, have you gone on a field trip lately?
No, I won't sidetrack you. I'll be nice today.
So
Well, maybe I will.
There are two ways to do field trips. Three ways. One is as a child.
As a child, it's you're locked in. Yeah, we're going. Okay, Dad. All right, Mom. Yeah, right. Yeah.
One is as an adult chaperoning a field trip.
That's
Or
fun.
no. Wait, I'll add one more to that. Before you're chaperoning, you go on this field trip that you're being chaperoned.
Isn't that the first one? I think that was the first one I said.
No, that's Mom and Dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can go with a girl or something. They could be chaperoned. On a field trip, take a girlfriend or something, you know.
Oh my God. That's what we call it fun with Joe.
You never know where my mind's
That's what
going.
we call it fun with Joe.
Midday with Joe.
Midday with Joe.
It's here, Midday with Joe. Thank you, ma'am, for correcting me.
Keith
right, she knows.
What did she say anyway?
What does she say?
Yeah, what'd she say?
She says Midday with Joe.
I thought she said that.
Midday with Joe.
Thank you for singing that. Very, very politely. I like
She's
that.
a beautiful woman.
Yeah, she must be. She's Midday with Joe. All right. Haven't seen her yet, but hey, you sound good. Like you don't see me, but you sound good.
So the third way is just to go to field trip as you are right now. You could say, I'm going to go to fill in the blank.
Disney World. Who wants to buy me an annual pass? Let me go.
Well, today's the day.
Today is the day.
Yeah, you said
I'm
today's
deciding.
the day. You're
I'm
deciding
I'm on the
which one you
fence
want.
whether I'm going to go get it or not. There's an organization locally that has the best prices, but I won't say the name because they don't
organization locally.
pay. Yeah, it's a travel agent.
Oh, and they sell Disney tickets for cheaper than Disney?
Mm-hmm. Annual.
Really?
Annuals, yeah.
Wow.
Really?
We got
I found them. I'll tell you off the air. Unless they buy time, I'm not telling everybody else. Sorry, guys. But, if they want to do Midday with Joe, they can sponsor.
Mm-hmm.
So you can call me and then I'll give you the number. You can call them and say, hey, sponsor Midday with Joe.
There you go.
Because I had to call in everything. You know how many thousands of people would call you if you sponsored Midday with Joe at reasonable rates? There you go.
That's right.
So tell me
Unreasonable.
Tell me one field trip that you remember that comes to mind.
One.
Just tell me one. You can tell more than one, but start with one.
Well, how long is your field trips? What are you saying field trip?
Whatever
a day or
comes
two?
whatever comes to mind.
Lake George, New York.
Yeah. When did you go?
Oh, we used to go every single year for a vacation.
With your family.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every single year.
What was up there?
Lake George, New York is a...
No, but what did you go to? A hotel or a camp?
Oh, yeah, a hotel.
Okay.
Yeah. No, my parents never camped. I camped with my family growing up. Bring up my family.
Did you go to the ice machine and bring back ice to the room?
Yes, I did. I did that. Yeah.
That's fun.
Back then, it was. The hotel's still there. The hotel. I don't know what a hotel motel is, but anyway, what's the difference between a hotel and a motel?
A motel, you don't pay any mo, and the hotel, you go sometimes you get a little ho.
Oh no, it was a motel. Definitely a motel.
No, the motel is the one, the one unit on the ground, just one floor. And
Oh,
you
a
got
hotel's
the
a high
whole-
rise.
Yeah, the hotel.
Well, this is a motel
higher.
then.
Yeah.
Cedar Crest Motel. Wow, I remember it. Cedar Crest Motel.
Nice.
It's been renamed something Barnaby's or something.
It makes a miniature golf course a good one.
Okay, maintained.
It's clean.
It's clean.
Okay.
But I mean, even where you're putting is clean. And then the challenge of the course is not ridiculous where it's just, it's going to hit here, maybe it'll go in. But if it's laid out where if you hit it right, it will go in. And there's one that's still there. It's called Around the World this is 1960s and it's still there. So that's how they built it. So built it to last. And there's one, it was called the Pyramids of Egypt, logically. And they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pyramids, and each pyramid was approximately 4.5 foot square on the bottom, or the erect, whatever, to the point. But they had them in a row. So, and it was like one then on the right side, and then a little bit ahead of it, or behind, I should say, whatever, another one, then another one, then another one, 6 of them in a row. And all you had was this light straight line down the center, and the hole was at the end.
Wow.
Which is about 25 feet, maybe. And if you hit the ball straight, it'll go in a hole. But if you're off just a little bit, it'll hit the base of the pyramid, and you're stuck in the and you got to hit out and out.
Oh my!
So that was my hole, because I went straight as an arrow, right in.
Nice.
A lot or one time? You mean that happened just once?
No, a couple. That was my hole.
So
Wow.
windmills and dinosaurs.
Windmills. They had windmills there for Holland. Dinosaurs, no, that was before their time. Oh, I made a joke. I'm sorry.
Did they have a water thing for like Venice?
Oh, everything. Oh,
Wow.
no, I don't remember. I really don't. But you can Google it. You can actually Google it and see the course is still there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
But yeah, but there was a course. There's a main drag you come down. But as time passed, they built a gigantic highway all the way to Canada. But down below, and you get off, and you're coming through the main drag to Lake George, New York. And right at the corner, there used to be a place called Mike's Subs. Now it's a pizza joint, but they made like Subway, only on steroids. But yeah,
good.
Yeah, it was. Oh,
wow.
We used to go there, and then on our way home, just before we leave, we go there in the morning and get subs to eat on the way home. I mean, that's how good they were. But
Yummy.
behind that was an old, old miniature golf course. It was so old, the oak trees had grown through the course and everything, and they went around it. And oh yeah. And that was something to go to, a little arcade. I don't know if that one's still.
What about the lake itself?
The lake is going over the years. There's a steam paddle boat, and it's called the Minnehaha.
Really?
Yeah. And every year we used to go, and actually every year you've seen, because it wasn't built in 1 year. Apparently it was built as funds became available. I don't know.
Right.
But the bottom of it looked like a frying pan, a long elongated frying pan. That was it. And then they just kept welding. And every year we go there and you see them welding more until it was, I think, three stories high, whatever you call it.
Wow.
Of course, then they had the speedboats that you go and you sit in, and those are the old-fashioned all wood.
Did you rent them? I mean, you got to drive it?
No. That was a ride. And boy, was that a ride.
Oh, okay.
Then they have Ticonderoga, which is a ship that you go down the lake and they go around. Then you have another one that gives you sightseeing tours. You go around because Lake George is a very large lake.
Is it by the fort? By the Ticonderoga Fort?
Ticonderoga is at the other end of the lake.
Oh,
Fort William Henry is by Lake George.
Oh,
a real fort. And that was fun to go through. I remember years.
Wonderful.
Because you used to go through as kids all the time. And they have all these statues throughout, of a man, in uniform, the colonial time. And you go in there and you see the hospital scene. And then, so we're walking down below, and there's this mannequin with the big rifle. I forget what kind of muzzle loader. What he's like this, right? So I walked by, and my friend was with me because my parents allowed me to bring another buddy with me, so we used to go all over the place. And he walked by, and the guy went, "Hey!" It wasn't a mannequin; it was a man in costume.
Wow.
And my friend his hair went straight up, and I just busted. I couldn't laugh. I couldn't laugh hard enough.
So it was Lake George
that's funny.
town? Was it a tourist town? I mean, did you have a lot?
Oh yeah. There's a wax museum in there. There's all kinds of restaurants. And last time I was up there, it was with Americade. 77,000 motorcycles.
Really? And what was your motorcycle? One of them?
Oh, you better believe it.
Yeah.
Was it a good wax museum? Not to change the motorcycle.
Yes, it was.
Yeah?
It was. Yeah, it wasn't those kind of. Who's that kind of? No, you could tell. You could tell who it was and everything. And they had a spooky one. They had coffee. These are gone, but there was little. I call them little holes in the wall. Coffee and. Coffee and A&N, but it's Coffee and. And it was all they did was serve breakfast up until 11 o'clock. And boy, that place was packed, and boy, that food was good. And I remember on the wall, he had a serving counter like you see at a diner where you sit on the stools.
Right.
And then then all along the side was booths, and that was it. There was no other room. And on his wall above where he cooked and everything, he had a collection of antique coin banks. You know, where the guy who shoots the penny in.
Oh, nice.
Really?
The real ones.
Oh,
the real ones.
Nice.
Well, you're going back to the 60s.
The heavy metal ones, right?
The real thing. The real thing.
Yeah.
And that was his collection. But yeah, you go up and down walking. And last time it was still safe to walk through the whole town, which is 10 blocks maybe.
Mhm.
But it's all condensed, and it's and of course the movie theaters and all that there. But the lake is the main jewel, and it is policed. So if someone builds something, you have to build your house up here. I mean, your septic tank has to be so many feet from that lake shore,
Oh,
so you don't
nice.
pollute the lake. I mean, that lake
Yeah.
is crystal clear and cold.
Oh,
They have a
how
beach and
wonderful.
everything there, but yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Hmm.
I would, if you are ever up north, you have a chance to go to see Lake George. Yeah.
So
I would
was
love
it
to go there.
was it like your dad's vacation time? Is that why
that
you
was
went
it.
there?
Every week. Yeah, July, first week of July.
So did he was it only when he only had 1 week of vacation?
That was it. Yeah.
What did he do? What was his job?
He worked at Winchester,
Oh, the gun,
the
rifle
gun
factory.
manufacturer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he worked for Winchester. Yeah. So he used to go.
Did you shoot the gun?
Have I shot a Winchester rifle?
Like as a sport? I mean,
Yeah. Yeah.
target shooting and all that.
12 gauge shotgun. 12 gauge
Well,
shotgun.
no wonder you're so good at the skeet thing.
How many
we did.
years ago that was? Oh yeah. Mhm.
Last week we did it.
Oh, last March we did. Yeah. Mhm.
Wasn't that long ago.
That wasn't that long ago, but anyway, that was one of the many trips. And the kids growing up, we used to go to a campsite not far from the house and tent camp, and it was a spot. I guess you call it a lot, whatever. 00 was the lot for the tent. It was like right kind of on the left side of us was all the tents and everything. On the right side of us was the self-contained, mobile, whatever, camper.
okay,
So
right,
they just
right.
pull up into there. But we were like right there in the middle,
really?
and the little pond was there. And
Oh.
so if the kids wanted to go, we could fish in the pond.
Dan?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he was born there. And then we could go to where the camp is, where where the showers are and everything.
Uh-huh.
But 99% of the time, we get there early Saturday morning, stay there all Saturday and enjoy, and then we have to leave. We leave Sunday morning. We leave. Maybe I should say Friday night. Sometimes we got there, but anyway, invariably we pack everything up and everything to leave on Sunday morning. Everything's packed, put in the car. Okay, it's time for Joe to take down the tent. Pouring rain. Whoa. And they're just waiting in the car with the towel. And here comes soaked duck. Dan. Yeah. Dan used to come out and help me once in a while, but it was like, oh no, it's okay, Dad, you can do it. I was just soaked to the bone. But the ride was like 45 minutes back to the house. So.
Oh my gosh,
It wasn't
how
that
fun
bad.
is that?
Oh yeah, that was real fun.
Yeah, but I mean the whole experience.
way,
But
I
then
know-
we went on a camping trip that took 2 weeks.
Oh, 2 weeks. Wow. Where'd you go?
Oh.
What we didn't camp outside. I had a Volkswagen camper. Remember
Wow.
those?
Yeah.
I owned one of those.
And you all fit?
Well, we didn't have all the kids then. It was only two.
Oh, okay.
Two out of the four, right? Yeah, it was only two.
Oh.
But we started from Connecticut and went through Ohio, went up through Illinois, through the Great Lakes, and up into Canada, and then came back to Niagara Falls, and then came back to Connecticut. So yeah, that was a 2-week trip.
Oh, how
That sounds like
wonderful.
fun.
Yeah, it was. And the camper had a brand new engine in it, so it how many Volkswagens I passed that were like,
Yeah, right.
yeah, we're going up big hills and poor things on the side of the road. And it looked just like mine, except it was stuff on mine. Now, it didn't go fast up the hill
Uh-huh.
because it didn't have that much oomph. But when we got there, it kept going
Nice.
and went through the whole thing.
How long did you have the Volkswagen? How many years?
I guess good 5 years.
Wow, nice.
And then
Wow.
then I sold it, yeah.
Hmm.
But yeah, memories, the kitchen outside, and yeah. Oh, excuse me, so much. It was fun, and that's my camping experience. So there you go. So if you want to buy me my annual pass to Disney, I'm here. Come on in.
30 seconds.
I will more than happy to accept your gift. Thank you very much. I don't know how many rules I just broke just then, Larry. Huh? I don't know, but anyway. Thank you, everyone, for listening to AM Ocala Live with Larry and Robin this morning over WOCA. We appreciate you listening. And remember, pass the word for us to everybody, because we do try to inform and entertain. That's where I usually come in. This is WOCA, Ocala.
Fox News Radio. I'm Lillian Wu. A homecoming 65 years in the making. What are believed to be remains of service members killed in the Korean War, being flown to Hawaii after a ceremony in South Korea, where Commander of U.S. Forces in Korea, Vincent Brooks, said our work is not complete
until all have been accounted for.
In Hawaii, meanwhile,
Vice President Mike Pence will speak at what's called an honorable carry ceremony. Pence's father fought in the war and earned the Bronze Star. He'll be accompanied by two people whose fathers were killed in the war and their bodies never found.
Fox's Dan Springer in Honolulu. And something you should know before you bite into that wrap or salad for lunch: parasite concerns has the government putting out an alert about potential contamination of more than 24 beef, pork, and poultry salad and wrap products, possibly contaminated with cyclospora. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Are you taking Viagra and tired of paying $50 per tablet? Marley Drug has generic Viagra for just $10 per tablet. $10 for generic Viagra is a savings of $40 per dose. Call now and get free shipping on 10 tablets or more of generic Viagra. $1760. That's 800-452-1760.
Welcome to Office Depot. Can I help you?
Absolutely.